Okay, we got another one from the Discord. Link in the description box down below if you give a shit to know. And this one is again from Code Batteries with Liliac. Somber Cry. He's not holding his usual typical guitar, so I wonder what this is going to be like. Looks like acoustic, maybe. Possibly. Well, let's check it out, shall we? Are you ready? I don't know if I am, but let's check it out. Pretty sure I'll like it. It's Liliac. They're talented kids. All right, in 3, tres, dry.
Sleepless nights and a somber cry, I began to crawl. Voices overfill my joy, I can never hear my own. Fulfilling others' fading dreams until it becomes yours. Hiding in a prison cell, they locked up all the doors. Every day's the same old day, playing on repeat. The ears are deaf whenever I speak, pretend to be happy. Maybe one day I'll be free, but it's counting down the days. Told me not to hold a thing, but being strong is what we. Crawl, crawl, baby, I'm now what you need. I won't watch you bleed. I'm child, I beg your please. Mama, baby, you're broken inside. Just open your eyes and cry for me.
Well, hey now. I mean, I figured they all got a voice. I've never heard his voice much, though, except with the rock vocals, so... Well, ain't this a coinky... Let me get rid of that real quick. But ain't this something? Huh! Huh, okay. All right, I see why you recommended this one. It's good, it's cool. It's a different change of pace, too. What do you call musicians that could do different types of music? It's not polymath because that's a science thing. Fuck, my old brain is failing me. Shit. No. There's a word for musicians who could do multiple things. I forget what it is though. Someone's gonna tell me in the comments down below, and you'll get your comment pinned because it's gonna be the one thing. It's gonna be a word I've forgotten. That being said, this is good. Oh my lord, those lyrics though. Every day is the same thing on repeat. I partially feel the pain of people who say nothing ever happens. Then again, the other part of them is nothing ever happens to you, but it does happen to all the rest of us. Anyway, that being said, let's continue. This is good.
Picture perfect memories, but I am out of frame. Trapped inside an hourglass, the sand has no rain. Imagining a fairy tale, we wishes don't come true. Waiting for a shooting star, will I ever find the cure? Crawl, crawl, baby, I'm now what you
expecting it at some point. I was like, there's no way he only goes acoustic the whole time. There's no way. And then, well, I mean, but yeah, this is a different type of enjoyment to my thinking, right? Not to mention the lyrics are spot on. When will you find the cure? Well, that's what people many oftentimes over all of human history and this experience of the human experiment ask. That question has many forms. What is the point of existence? Why are we here? What's the cure for what ails us that is exist, for the ailment that is existence in some cases. In others, it is what is the cure for all that ails you due to existence. Who's really to know? Personally for me, my thinking starts like this. Whether or not you believe in a higher power, you do serve a higher purpose in some way, shape, or form. Whether to be an example to others of what not to do, or an example to others of what to be, or what to try, or what to do. You could be the one that blazes the trail, or the one that follows the right trail someone else already blazed for all of civilization to flourish. You could be like, someone as such as myself that's a dedicated father, and tends to natures and nurtures the next generation the best they can, better than those that they have seen before them, and hopefully as good as those after. Or another part of that purpose could be to be the father you want the next generation to have. Something like that. But it all comes down to this. In some way, shape, or form, you do serve a higher purpose. Free will only goes so far. Sure, you can choose what to do with the one and only existence you get, but it's still going to serve whatever it is that is beyond and above you. Whether it be all the rest of humanity or a higher power that you may or may not acknowledge. In the end, everyone serves in some way. So that said, even those who are going to say something like, "No, there's nothing else," it's just here and now, and that's all. Even if that is true, there are others who see you, observe you, are attentive of you, and they make their decisions based upon your existence. So whether or not at all you believe that you have no attachment and you're above it all and you're your own god and such things, no matter how hard you want to be atheist or you want to be theist, no matter if it's black or white, guess what? At the end of the day, we're all just pixels on the screen. We're all just a grain of sand in the giant beach of them. But every single one of us, without exceptions, still serves something greater than us all, even if they try not to. Or at least that's how I look at it. What do you think? What do you think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Can you refute, dispute, comment, concern, complain, whatever? You let me know in the comments down below. Tell me, what are your thoughts on this? Let's continue with the awesome music.
Oh no, it'll never change. I know I'm used to pain.
Oh my God, is that a fire line? That's an absolute truth statement. I'm used to pain. Man, that's my day every day. My son recently got a taste of this of a similar level of pain to myself because he was running in socks on slick ground because it's a tile floor here. It's like that. It's like that hard tile, right? So if you're running around in socks, you're gonna slip and slide everywhere. He was doing that, and boy, is he actually fast for how old he is. Jesus, he's quick, almost unnaturally so, comparative even to myself. And I can still run a mile in 5 minutes and 46 seconds. Even at my age, yep, still got it. But he was running through the house, and I tell him, no, don't do that unless you have shoes on with grip. Well, he learned the lesson again. And he went headfirst into one of the parts of the hard table that's in the middle of the dining room. Head first. Smacked his head directly on that. Now, this table is not made of glass, it's made of transparent steel. I forget if it's I forget it's a transparent metal. Okay, and my ex's brother got it from like it got it as like a gift from it was either the boss of the metal workers that were local to his job site where he works or something like that. But anyway, he got it as a gift. Real expensive one too. When I looked up the table, it was like 20 grand. I was like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, he hit that with his head. Now, thankfully, right, he was wearing a beanie, so it softened some of the blow, but it still hurt him real bad. And so he's just, writhing in pain. He's like, oh, I help him, get him some ice. I'm like, okay, did we learn a lesson? He was like, yeah. And I was like, well, yeah, good. Okay, that's why you don't run around with socks inside of the house on slick floor. But yeah, so he goes through that. And then he asks me, he's like, wait, Dad, you said you're in pain all the time. And I was like, well, I'm always in pain, yes. And he's like, does it hurt like this? And I was like, actually, yes. Yes, it does hurt just like you do. I'm just used to it. And then he gave me a look like, like that 8-year-old where they're like mind blown, like, and I was like, yeah, buddy. I hope you don't have to go through the same. But yeah, just man, such an accurate 100% just truth.
Oh no, I want to escape. I know I'm not even brave.
My God, they say so much good shit in this song. I have to stop. I have to. It's so good. It's so good. It is excellent. I want to escape. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to escape? Well, okay, I might be the exception, because if I escape, it means I'm dead. But then who's going to be here for my boy? His mom? She barely is as it is. Her family? They barely tolerate him. My family? Oh, God. God, please no. If I only live long enough, actually, if I only live long enough to see my son and assist him with being a father, I'll be happy with that. Then I'll serve my penance in hell. Okay? Amen. But God Almighty, it would be nice to no longer have to go through all the pain. And it's constant. Sure, I can sleep now. I can sleep a bit better. I'm just used to it now, but it's constant. It never goes away. It never stops. And quite often during the day, it's sharp enough to take my breath away. That's the cost I have paid for everything else. in my life. The same doesn't have to be true for all. Look to your older people. Even if you hate their guts, learn from their lives so as not to suffer the same pain and fate as they and I. That said, my God, they say so much absolutely poignant stuff here.
I know I'm not even brave.
It's so true. I know I'm not even brave. There's a old saying, right? Stupidity knows no bravery, right? If you're not smart enough, or if you're not capable of understanding, comprehending, and knowing, not only danger, but what danger you're in and what the result of it will be, you don't need to be brave. You're just doing stuff. You're like a robot, except made of flesh and bone. Right? Which is the case for a lot of people. It's so true. I say the same thing about myself as well, though, except it's in the inverse for me. Because I force myself to face my fears. I force myself to face, things that are scary, terrifying, and, very catastrophic for my mental health, right? For the sake of my son. People will say I'm brave for having served, in the military, given up all of my youth for an ungrateful country. And, how much I sacrificed and all of that. Well, I guess. But it's hard to look at myself and think I'm brave, right? Because it just doesn't compute for me, if anybody understands, right? It does not, and who knows, completely what it is. Could be imposter syndrome, low self esteem. I mean, I was raised by feminists. As a male, that will do a number on your self esteem permanently for the rest of your life. If you know, you know. I've tried to be valiant. It's about the best I can do. But yeah, I'm not even brave. Man, I feel that one. Man, they're so cool. These are some cool kids. Well, there we go. There we go. From the Discord. Link in the description box down below. If you give a shit to know, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. From Liliac. Somber Cry. Somber indeed. Jesus. That said, what do y'all think? You let me know in the comments down below. All right, you know what time it is. Be good. Be safe. Make your life for yourselves. Don't compromise safety and security for nobody and nothing. Death and disaster is only a second away. Do what you can today. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I am Badger 7 Actual, the formerly homeless veteran. Blast Cat Badger, out.